Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up. Well, from the title of this video, you already know who I'm hosting. I'm hosting the dopest, freshest name in the game, MK Macky 2. What's up, big bro?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Thanks for taking the time to find yourself on my channel.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
We're just coming from your birthday weekend. This is like the day afterwards. How was your birthday overall?
It was great, man. It was great. Received so much love, man. Messages, presents, people just showing up.
Yes.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, and I was tracking your social feed. Like you could see the love. Like over the years, people are reminding you of classics that you've done in terms of music.
Yeah.
How's that feeling?
Obviously, the hardest part for me, like through the years, is just remaining passionate and hungry for making more music.
Yeah.
And because after some time, no matter how inspired you are, after some time it gets boring.
It just becomes a routine.
It just feels like you've been doing the same thing over and over again. You know what I mean? So for me to still be here, relevant, and still receiving the love that I get is something I never take for granted.
To this day now, like you've been in the industry professionally, like how many years now? Like actively mainstream MK?
Maybe for 10, 11 years.
Whoa!
Because like in 2008, that's when I won like my first award for like most controversial video of the year.
Yeah.
Born and Bred. That was like for a song called This Is Why I'm Hot.
Yeah.
So I think it's like 10 going to 11 years now.
Yeah.
Since that award. So for me to still receive awards like 10, 11 years later is amazing.
So from when you receive such love from your fan base, where you see like your work has an impact on people, and you can see it not only over a period of time, but you can see that people have appreciated what I've been doing. What's your perspective over that?
It's amazing, man. I never take it for granted. Even just, overall, just waking up in the morning is a blessing to people. So because music is like fashion. It's
true.
There'll always be music trends, you know what I mean, and people will always move on to something that's new.
Yeah.
It's always more exciting. It's always more refreshing. People can't listen to the same joke twice.
Oh, did I heard this before?
Yeah, that sort of thing. So for me to still be relevant, it has taken not just people loving what I'm doing or loving me, but also me doing my part, which is working hard or flipping the script to make myself more relevant or more appealing to today's trends. Yes. So it has taken all those things, but it's still amazing. It's still a blessing. I'm still here.
Yeah, and you said something about being passionate and being hungry for success. It dwindles after a number of years that you've been doing it. It's like you're just doing everything over and over again. So what keeps you thirsty or hungry for more? Because it seems like if you look at the industry, the Zambian music industry, like pretty much you've hit all the apex goals that you can say, like everything that everyone else has hit, if not more, you've hit that. So what keeps you to say, I want to do music again?
I think kwa divaida style yako wati umuntu ashitaka korora then apisha mupata alifika bani last stand relax, and then there are people who own private jets but still wake up early in the morning and go to bed late. You know what I mean? They still their dreams are still bigger than just that private jet.
True.
So I think it's the same mindset that a lot of people have who keep chasing their dream even when they win video of the year, album of the year, or song of the year. It seems like I appreciate the love that I get, and I never take any of that for granted, but I think my dream is bigger than just that. So I'm content and I appreciate everything I have achieved up to now.
Yes.
And some of these experiences have been humbling, but I think my dream is way bigger than what I've achieved.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's what keeps me going. Even if, yeah, man, it's as big as, you know, winning a Grammy or a BET or what. You know
man.
What I mean? Yeah.
Let it be so. So this year, correct me if I'm wrong, Bombafe is a single from this year, right?
We dropped like 3-4 singles this year.
So that's one of them.
Bombafe was the first single that we dropped, but we've dropped All For You featuring FJ. We've dropped Akanyampuku featuring Macy.
Yes.
And one more, what was that? Amama. Yeah.
So I want us to focus on Bombafe. Like, you had everyone that is making web in the industry on that joint, and pretty much the message that you were trying to send across. Was there anything that you feel was left out that people didn't receive to say, this is what the song is about, this is what I'm trying to communicate?
I don't think you should be able to really explain the song. I think songs should be left to people to interpret in their own way. That way the song is just bigger than your own vision of the song. So even with Bombafe, it's a song that I had a concept for, but I allowed every artist to come on the song with their own perspective, telling their own stories, and I think that's what made the song special. So even me describing the song is me boxing the song into like a specific field. I believe the song is bigger than what I can describe it to be. It's all I know is I wanted to motivate people out there, to inspire them to work hard at whatever they're doing.
And then we move on to All For You. There's a line in that song that caught my attention, to say, when you look at your background, were those the only options that you had? It's either you become a useless person in the streets or you end up in prison.
Yeah, man. I'm from very rough, humble beginnings. So a lot of people, like, your parents' only fear was my son doesn't become a fool or doesn't go to prison. You know what I mean? Those were their only fears. You know what I mean? I come from like a background where, like, if your parents get you through the school,
that's high school.
Through school, whether it's high school or college, they've done their part. You know what I mean? Like them, they'll tell you, we've done our part. Even for us, like a lot of people who grew up where I grew up, once you just get a job, it almost felt like I've made it, I've done well for myself. But thank God now it's bigger than just that. We have people who want to change the world, who want to inspire our whole nation, who want to do things that will impact generations and generations. And I think that's where I am at right now.
They say for you to stay hungry and want more success, you have to have an example before your eyes to say, I've seen that, I want to attain that. So if you came from such an environment, what gave you that face to say, I want to attain that, I want to get that?
It's not necessarily that you have to see it. Sometimes it's you have to create what's not there. You know what I mean? That's what makes it special sometimes.
Yeah.
It's, a few days ago, Tyler Perry launched his studio, and it's never ever been done. A black man has never done that. So you can't say for him to create that he had to look at someone who was doing it now. We're in a generation where people are creating what they dream about and not necessarily what they see. You know, you create a world that you want to see and not necessarily what you're seeing. You know, that sort of thing. Of course, I've had a lot of people inspire me in different fields. But I take all that knowledge and apply it to my own life, because I believe I can't be like any of those people. I'm my own person, and I have my own future, and it can only be shaped by decisions that I make today.
And when we look at All For You, the video itself, like there's a lot of footage of you and your princess, even audios that no one has ever heard of, even a couple of other major artists from the industry. Like, how was it for you to finally to say, okay, I'm ready to put my princess in the public eye like that?
It wasn't really for the public, really.
Yeah.
It's just I want to create a moment for me and my daughter, and for a lot of other artists and their kids,
Yeah.
and just create a type of art that will go down in history as, oh, we treasure our kids so much,
Yeah.
and they inspire us to work hard and to do all these things. So yeah, let's create something that 20 years later they'll look at and say our parents did this. And also to encourage a lot of young parents out there that you need to be there for your kids, and your kids are eventually going to be who they're going to be because of the decisions that you make today, because of the love that they got from you, because the examples that you put in front of them. So yeah.
And then I wanted to dig in. You and Mampi particularly, you seem to have you're no longer just friends. Like there's a
that's my sister.
The family.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
how did you meet Mampi? Like your first meeting, your first interaction with Mampi?
I think I met Mampi in like 12 years ago, like in 2007.
So pretty much around the time that you are active in the industry, getting
Yeah, pretty much the time I was the danger zone times.
Yes.
Yeah. So her reply song called Wapambali.
Wapambali, yes.
It was a reply to Nalu's
And Israel's now.
Wakumbali song, you know. And me and Baska produced that song.
Really?
Yeah, so that was like the first time I met her. I met her through our CEO at the time, who was Bayoka. Yeah, Mr. Yokes. And yeah, from that moment onwards, she's always been there for me. And when she needs me, I'm always there for her. She's just this person. She's just a cool, all-rounded person.
Yeah.
Not just a great artist, but a great person.
Yeah. So you've taken me back to the Danger Zone times. Pretty much like all the artists, your intake of that time when Danger Zone was making a wave. How easy was it for you to hit Lusaka? In as much as you guys were making a wave on the Copper Belt, like how was that crop? You Dandy Crazy and everyone else. How easy was it for you to come to the capital?
First of all, it wasn't easy at all. Easy shouldn't even be in the conversation here. Because at that particular time, the only radio station on the Copper Belt was Ichenger. You know, that sort of thing.
Catholic radio station.
Yeah. No TV station, this is before Facebook blew up. This is before Instagram. This is before YouTube really blew up and stuff. So this is like a time when people solely dependent on TV and radio to push things, you know, that sort of thing. And the only people who really blowing up from where we were, that's Angola, were Glorious Band. Those were the biggest artists that you'd see. Of course, we had artists like Love Dog.
Yes. Well, Love Dog wasn't part of your team?
No. Love Dog was with Blazer. So Love Dog was from Kitwe, and Unique was blowing up with his Lose Your Balance song. Love Dog had a song called My Love.
Yeah.
You know, we had a lot of a few other artists blowing up from Kitwe. Yes. And Ephraim was from Karalushi.
Yes. But working from Kitwe, it's been.
Yeah. So anyway, in Chingola, the only people that would really see this
they were big.
Before social media, where you could literally see like, a Glorious Band, you know. So
from your team, who was the first person to hit the wave that you said this guy has gone through?
Of course, like my first studio recording was like in 2002. Yeah. So for me to by the time I was getting to like 2007, 2006, I had been recording for years, you know what I mean? And I already had to my joints like there was a song called Too Hot for TV Takeover. There's another one called
forgetting your own songs. Too many.
No, I'm trying to remember the specific first songs. Yeah. You know, that people heard. As in the neighborhood and around town. Yes. You know, that sort of thing. But the first person to really blow up like nationwide off our camp was Dandy.
King Dandy.
Yeah. Yes. King Dandy. Like, this is at a time when people had heard like 1 or 2 songs here and there, what, they knew who we, but you were still like some upcoming artist from the Congo.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But Dandy was like the first artist who really blew up and was being hired all over the country.
Yes.
And the second song, this is like in 2008, was Zuba.
So did you have a song on Dandy's album? Or
No. So the way the whole marketing strategy was, is that on Dandy's album, on Dandy's first album, that was Zuba song for Baska. Baska was like the last song on it.
Yes.
It was like a bonus track on Dandy's album. And this is at a time when like Dandy didn't even sing on the song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of course we made like a video and Dandy's in the video and me, I'm in the video and all of the other guys.
Yeah.
But Dandy wasn't in the song, but we still put that song on the album just to market Baska.
Yes.
Because Baska was coming out next.
And it hit.
Yeah. So Baska put out his own project, which has that same Zuba. It had a song called Sembe. It had like a bunch of my songs that were big. So Baska was the second one out. But even on Baska's project, the last song, the bonus track was Afunika's Madinso song.
Yeah.
Yeah, because by the time Baska was putting out his first project, Afunika's Madinso song was hitting the waves. And even before Madinso, Afunika had like 4 or 5 songs that were already playing on the cover belt.
Yeah.
There was a song called Tet. Kulaba, that joint.
That was already major on the cover belt.
Yeah. So when he did that Madinso song, it was like the bonus track on Dandy's album, on Baska's album. So Afunika was the third one out.
Who put a bonus track on?
So it was the third one out. But even on Afunika's song album, we put another artist on.
Yeah.
This is Chico Wise. Chico Wise had a song called that was the bonus song on Afunika's. By the way, Chico Wise and Afunika used to be in a group called Authentic Boys.
Oh, they were a team even at the time, or they were solo artists at the
They were solo artists at that particular time, but way before.
Yeah,
they used to be in a group. I think it was the 4 of them. It was Jojo, it was Afunika, it was Chico Wise, and there's another one called Kanawaka Wizo.
Yes.
4 of them. They used to be called the Authentic Boys. Yeah, they were like our own version of Westlife, Backstreet Boys.
Did you ever put your track on any of the albums as a bonus?
So my album, I was really against like putting out an album when I was considered an upcoming artist. Like I wanted people to
be
buy the album when they feel like this is the biggest artist out.
I know, right?
You know, that sort of thing. Especially at a time when, at that particular time, Danny was at his peak, Exile, all those guys. You know, that sort of thing. How are you going to put out like an album saying,
like, who the hell are you?
You know, I wanted to put out an album when I felt like, okay, yes, so I never did that. I only put out my album way later. This is 2007, 28, 2009, 2011. That's when I put out my first album.
First project.
Yeah, and at that particular point, that's why my first project has got songs like Feeling in Pondo, Monafefwan. It had like almost every song on the album was like songs that people knew.
Yeah. So like when you were starting out, you did a lot of multitasking. From my understanding, you used to do your own videos, like working on your own videos. You used to sound engineer your own tracks.
Yeah.
And you used to sing and rap on your own music. And coming out, like your intro itself, like the dopest, freshest name in the game, MK Macky 2 Flavor Boy. Like, how has your confidence helped you to get where you are right now?
A lot of us, you know, like a lot of us, it was really the ignorance that really helped us. You know, a lot of people say knowledge is power, and there's truth to that, but sometimes you not knowing means you think as authentic and as organic as possible. Like you be original because you don't know anything else.
Yes.
Yeah, and if that is mixed with a lot of confidence and just belief in yourself, you're explosive, you know. J-Max's first song that I ever heard from J-Max, a song that really convinced me, like, this is a super dope producer.
Yes.
Or a song where he says, upcoming at the powerful, you know, and I really believe that. Because once you're an upcoming artist who, you have no limits. People don't put you in any box. People don't expect anything from you.
Experiment with.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You have nothing to lose.
Nothing
you know
to
what
lose.
I mean?
Yeah, as long as it gets.
Yeah. And that's how we began. We really had nothing to lose, and we didn't see any limitations. All we wanted to do, look, we have to shut it down.
Another thing is that you've called a lot of artists to say, co-signed, let me say, you've co-signed a lot of artists to say, one of them is being your young brother. Like people that I remember calling that show to say, is you and Mampy. That's why I asked about you, your relationship, you and Mampy. There was a time that she had an interview and she was asked to say, who do you think is the next biggest thing? Mampy clearly said, say, Mackitu's young brother. This is the time when everybody, myself, I used to think he was an extra person, like you guys look alike. The way you have DJ Booga, you've got Flavor Boy and Sheffy. I was thinking Sheffy was another persona that you had created. And she easily put it out to say, you should listen to Sheffy, he's the next biggest thing. And you called that, and a couple of other artists. When you look at their success, people that you've called out to say these are going to be successful, how does it make you feel? To say, okay, I saw this coming.
I think at some point you can see because one thing about our industry is it's not just about your talent. It's about whether you know what people want and whether you can deliver.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Over the years, I've seen like a lot of people who are not particularly talented, like, or they don't have like an angelic voice, but they know what people want and how to give them that, you know, that sort of thing. And somehow you can see it. Even when someone is like unknown, you can see that this guy is a likable person.
Yeah.
And once just get the right platform or the right spotlight, they're going to blow up.
They're going to blow up.
Yeah. So it's not even like we have made them big or superstars.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that we have provided a
platform for them to
shine like a light on people. Hello. And people actually see and they find out, yeah, it's true, he's actually dope.
And you find that easy to do. That's one thing that no one can argue with. Say, even on your platforms are not the smallest, they must be the biggest in terms of online platforms, individual online platforms. But you don't struggle like to say, okay, this guy, you check him out. Your Instagram is filled with such.
There are a lot of people who kind of did that same thing for me. I know I have songs like now ranching and what I'm complaining about how people never gave me a shot, but really there are a lot of people who believed in me even before like I really got like a proper platform.
Yeah.
For example, the first time I was on Smooth Talk, the first time I won like that same Bonner Awards is because IK invited me to for a show on Smooth Talk, and I went there and we had an interview and they played the video for the first time on ZNBC, and yeah, that was it. That's how it began. The first time I was ever on like on FM is through Peterson, who just believed in my music so much and introduced me to a guy called Spencer.
Yeah.
And that was like the first guy to like play my music on radio. People like Prodigal Son and a lot of other people were playing my music even before I met them.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of thing. So I owe it to the new guys. Like if people put me on, I need to put on my own people, you know. I've always told Sheffy he needs to find someone who's going to be bigger than him. Like that's the only way you succeid. Yeah, if the people coming after you are not better than you, then you have failed. Yeah, you need to find a way of identifying talent and really helping them get there. That's the only way we're going to grow the industry. People need to start building on the foundation we have built and not start from square one like we started.
And then all your gospel tracks that you put out have been hits, like pretty much all of them. All your gospel.
Not all of them. There are some of them that people have been sleeping on. I have
Which
a
one
song
did
on
you
the
play?
gospel on the Ghetto Prison album called
The
Father.
FM one.
No, there's a song called Father. Check it out. It's produced by Solomon. Played. Maybe soon we'll make a video for it. Maybe.
You are just alone on the song.
Yeah. So it's like even EMI, people thought it was a new song. It's a song on the Ghetto Prison album.
Yeah.
Today we're putting out another song called
A video, you mean?
yeah, another video called No Guts, No Glory.
Yes.
Features FJ off the Ghetto Prison album.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you put out an album, people won't really give attention
To
like,
everything, but
to every
whatever is
song.
making the wave, that's what
Yeah,
they
but
focus on.
mostly the singles will get attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the point the question I wanted to ask is, are we seeing a Kanye West move on you, like you do a full gospel album or that?
No, why would I do that?
Because
I'm a Christian, but I believe even God wouldn't want me to just talk about one thing. You know, God would want me to address like a lot of issues that our community is facing. You know, music is meant to be educational. It's meant to be educative, to be inspiring. It shouldn't just be about God, you know. So I respect people who've chosen to just sing for God and dedicate their talent to God. But I believe personally that God would want me to sing about different things that
social norms that
affect our community. God would want me to inspire His people, and through songs like EMI or For You, I put out messages that are, you know, needed.
Yeah.
To put out. Yeah.
And then on your story, right, on your Insta story, one of the shares that was it that displayed it was you sharing out the new Muzo song. That one was that wasn't for sin. How's that?
No man, he's putting out a song. It's
No
good
bad
for
blood?
Zambian music. We'll push it.
Regardless.
That's it. Regardless. So before the end of the year, I think we'll put out like 4 more videos.
On your YouTube channel.
Yeah, and yeah, this year I just want to put out more visuals and see if we can put out 2 more songs. If I have another song with Your Maps, we're shooting a video for it. You should look out for it. But yeah.
Subscribe, don't forget to subscribe. You see that red button down there, that same red one, click it. Subscribe, don't forget to subscribe. You see that red button down there, that same red one, click it.